Cloudstrike is a new exotic sniper rifle that's been put into the game, and this is one of the most unique sniper rifles I've ever seen, raining down lightning strikes on opponents on precision kills. This is deadly, looks very cool, and it's well worth your time in getting this sniper. So the following is a guide for how to get Cloudstrike, the exotic sniper rifle, in Destiny 2 Beyond Light. And don't forget, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. So Cloudstrike is a new exotic in Beyond Light, so you're going to need to own the expansion for this one. And the first step, as always, is to complete the campaign. And then what you want to do is the post-campaign missions from Variks. So the objective here is to unlock the elected difficulty weekly Empire hunts from Variks. So Empire Hunts are the new activity on Europa, and we've got 3 available at the moment. So we've got the Warrior, the Dark Priestess, and the Technocrat. So Empire Hunts are quests from Variks, so you've got 3 parts normally. The first part is to go out there, get some kills or do some patrols. The second part is to draw out Fallen, and then the final part is the mission, where you actually have to hunt down one of the Fallen from House Salvation. So how do you unlock the Empire Hunts in the first place? Well, once you do the main campaign, post-campaign and all of the individual Empire Hunts from Variks, you'll get access to the repeatable Empire Hunts, and these cost 40 Hero Always pieces until you get the unlocks and upgrades from Variks' Sabotage menu. And there are a few key unlocks you want to focus on to help you do more Empire Hunts. So first of all, we've got Empire Hunt 1, so the Empire Hunt quests cost less. You got Europan Protector 2, so you can earn more Hero Always pieces by defeating with Stasis, and Europan Protector 3, so you can earn more Hero Always pieces by defeating with Precision Final Blows. And you are going to need quite a lot of Hero Always pieces to do the Empire Hunts, as each one costs currency. I do have a guide for how to farm Hero Always pieces here. So next up, what you want to do is unlock the weekly elected difficulty Empire Hunts. So once you've unlocked a few nodes on Variks' Sabotage menu, you are going to get to a point when you cannot upgrade that menu any further until you complete the quest A Hard Rain Falls from the Exo Stranger. So this was released after the first completion of the Deepstone Crypt, and at the end of this quest you're going to get the Europa Sidearm, plus access to the new upgrades available from Variks to allow you to get the elected difficulty Empire Hunts. And the key upgrades that you're looking for are Europan Explorer 1 and Europan Explorer 2. So basically what you need to do is work your way through the Sabotage menu, completing those quests until you unlock Europan Explorer 2. That is the key one. So Europan Explorer 2 seemed a little bit intimidating at first, so I had to beat 30 challenging combatants in Empire Hunts. And I think these objectives might be random, but once you get this one, you can do the Warrior Empire Hunt, and then you're going to get a lot of challenging combatants at the end when you fight Phylax the boss. So there are a few phases to the boss fight, and in the final phase you're going to get all of those fallen captains spawn, and what you want to do is kill as many of them as possible. And if you want to farm this, you can jump off the side and kill yourself and then do the encounter again until you kill 30 in total. So once you've completed this step, you'll be able to access the weekly Empire Hunts where you can select the difficulty. So this is the key to getting Cloudstrike. So if you inspect the menu, so if you go to the Europa director, you can select the weekly Empire Hunts. It's over there on the right hand side, and you can select the difficulty. So you've got Adept, you've got Hero, you've got Legendary, and I don't think at this time it really matters what difficulty you do, because it seems like Cloudstrike is a random drop from the weekly Empire Hunts, whatever difficulty you do. But it is a rare drop, and you can easily speedrun weekly Empire Hunts, and I was getting through runs in about 4 to 5 minutes, and like I said, getting a drop of Cloudstrike is a random drop, and to get mine I had to do somewhere between 50 and 20 runs of this, so I was probably a little bit unlucky, but do be prepared for a little bit of a grind to get this weapon. So once you get it, congratulations, you now have a really unique sniper rifle. Well, next up, let's have a look at Cloudstrike itself. So Cloudstrike is an exotic energy sniper rifle. It's got a couple of really interesting perks. So we've got Mortal Polarity, where precision final blows generate a lightning bolt at the target's location. And we've got Stormbringer, so rapid precision hits create a lightning storm at the point of impact. So looking at the stats, we've got 55 for impact, 64 for range, 54 for stability, 51 for handling, 46 for reload speed, and it's a 140 RPM sniper with 7 in the magazine. So this is really good in PvE or PvP, especially in Crucible. If the other team bunches together, it's entirely possible to wipe a whole team with a single precision kill. And finally today, let's have a look at the lore on Cloudstrike. They return to the moon's devoid, their eyes searching. It's just begun. Meet this storm of sound and fury till thunder crashes, fade to silence. Tell us about the storm herd, Kelkin shouted. She resisted the urge to shush him because he'd been helpful earlier, yelling a warning to her when he saw the violet haze rising from the hilltops. He had given her time to call them into a bunker. Eldest of the children, he'd already experienced several voltaic squalls. Okay, gather round. Come on, huddle up so I don't have to shout. A long time ago, the raiders came every winter. They came and they took nearly all of our stored food, and many in our village starved. But then spring would come, with time for planting and another summer. In the autumn, we harvested as we're doing now, and each time we stored even more food, and we hid it even more carefully in case the raiders returned. And they did. When they saw that we had survived the winter, they fought even harder for our food, and they found nearly all that we had hidden, and so it was for too many years. They always took from us, never giving us anything in return. And then, one autumn night, there was a great rumbling. At first I thought it was thunder, but it was the roar of the raiders' squads in the valley. They had come early. Maybe they had a new leader. Perhaps they were too impatient for the harvest. We'll never know. Because, as the raiders roared through our village, a blue-white bolt of lightning struck among them. Boom! Before anyone's eyes had cleared of spots, a masked stranger clad in robes and wielding a crook had killed a score of them. With her weapon, she hooked lightning from the clouds and hurled it, thundering among them. They say there was something more than mortal about her. For those who were there, she could move faster than the eye could track, and her steps took her higher than anyone could leap. But eventually, the raiders surrounded her, and she fell to their guns. Yet there was something else different about her. The storm crow. It flew at her shoulder, and when she fell, it looked upon her body, and under its gaze, she rose again. This time, she pointed her crook to the sky, and the clouds moved at her command. Our people fled as thunderbolts stampeded through the village. Our homes were not safe. Only our root cellars like this bunker were a refuge. No one emerged until the thunder ceased rolling, and the raiders had fallen or fled. None would return, not until 3 winters had passed. And now, raiders only trouble us outside the village. So when you see the purple mist rise from the hills and hear the thunder, that is your sign to take shelter. And when you hear the rumbling roll through the village, it might just be the storm herd come back to make sure we're safe. Thunder rolled again, but only a few children started. All looked to the ceiling and wondered. As always, really interesting stuff there from the lore, and let me know down in the comments what you think of Cloudstrike. And that is it for this guide on how to get Cloudstrike in Destiny 2 Beyond Light, and thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.